Hey everyone, I don't know, the internet in my computer has fluffed up, so I'm going to use my phone today. So, how are you all doing today? Okay, so I'm going live on my phone the first time, so I'm going to try to figure this out. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna see. Hey, I see MJ. Hey, MJ, how are you today? Hi, Linda. So happy to see you all. All right. I don't know. My computer is just fluffed up today and I have no clue why. But well, technology and the internet. Yes, yes, of course. Albeit, whatever works. Thank you so much for coming in. Let's just give it a few more moments so that all the others can join in. Thank you, MJ, for yet again inspiring another life. MJ recently shared a post about the thin line between karmics and twin flames, and we thought that's why this would be a good topic to further discuss on. So let's give it a few minutes. And guys, if you haven't, please read the items on featured with regards to what a twin flame, karmic, and soul connections are. That is very important, so that we're all on the same page with this, because there are many groups and many there's all kinds of information out there. So in order to be in the same page, it's best that you read what's on featured with regards to soul connections. Yay, I see two of y'all. I think there's more, so I'm just going to give it a few more seconds. Wow, this is a rather interesting topic, and I'm so excited for you all to ask me as many questions. So looking forward to that. And okay, I think some of them are still in the other in watching the other live. So I'm just going to reply. Okay, that's good. Thanks, MJ, for removing the post, because I was just going to edit it. All right. Yes, I'm just going to give it a few more seconds until everyone else joins in, and then we could go right into the topic. Yes. So, many of y'all have been cracking your heads over this, but always remember that a true twin flame will never hurt you or emotionally abuse you or lead you around or push you around. Okay, let's get that right, because there's a lot of information going on that you're supposed to block your twin flame, you're supposed to create the runner chaser dynamic, but you have to understand that isn't true, guys. It doesn't work that way at all. It, in fact, a true twin flame love is about mirroring one another. So, example, twin flames meet at different phases as per what they had agreed. For some starseed twin flames, for some, see, there are a lot of different soul plans out there. So it is often important to identify this yourself, because it is so easy to get carried away by the popularity of this concept that's readily available online. But however, it's all about energies. In a twin flame connection, it's about the energies. It is not about the cycles or the patterns or anything else. It's about the vibration. And that is the reason why twin flame connections are actually very healthy. Karmic connections are the ones that are abusive. In karmic relationships can be very similar to twin flames. However, there is a very thin line. A twin flame is supposed to remind you of who you truly are, and a twin flame relationship is going to trigger the lessons that you have to work on yourself. Whereas a karmic, there are few kinds of karmic connections. One of it one of it is that in karmic connections, what happens is there's a lot of abuse, there's a lot of disconnect, and a true twin flame will never go on this path. That's why you guys have to get that distinction right. I know okay, so let me put this in a very clear way. So if you're vibrating high and if you feel this is divine, then it's a twin flame connection. That is, you feel like your twin flame is not talking to you, and then you reflect upon yourself. Why is my twin flame not talking to me? Am I not showing enough love to myself of late? Am I not connecting with God or the divine of late? Ask yourself these questions. And if you're doing all this and that person is still treating you with disrespect, then it is not a twin flame connection. And guys, you seriously have to reevaluate what is going on. Secondly, in a twin flame connection, of course, it is a challenging journey because it's a highly spiritual one. And that is the reason why not everyone is a twin flame. And the twin flame concept has become very popular in the last decade. In fact, in the last few years, ever since there's been a rise in TikTok videos, and so there's a lot of information out there. But however, how do you sift out the right information that suits your journey? You have to go back to your soul vibration and energetically how you're vibrating. So that is the reason why. Okay, so I'm going to bring you through a list. Okay, as a lawyer, I do family cases as well. And a lot of connections are karmic connections. So this is based on my own experience. For instance, one of the cases that I worked with, they have been together for 16 years and they courted for a year and they have 2 children. And this connection is clearly karmic because even during the courting period, it was my client who paid for everything. Her husband was always absent. He didn't contribute to the family, and this carried on for many, many, many years. I mean, this is just an example, there's no label in this connection, but you can clearly see there is a karmic bond there. And finally, after a cycle, which is about 16 years, they're completing it and it ends up in divorce. And my client is finally waking up. This is my legal client, guys, not a psychic one. And then I asked her this question: why did you get married to your husband? And she said, I had a terrible breakup prior to getting married to my husband. And I told myself, the next guy I'm going to meet, I'm going to get married. I'm like, how can you base a decision on such a firm affirmation of some sort, and then she said it was the pressure, societal pressure to get to settle down. But look what happened eventually. She fell into that illusion of what she perceived as love. So I'm not saying this is an example that reflects a twin flame or a karmic connection, but clearly this is a karmic one. So going back to that, many of you all, when you meet someone and you have intense feelings, you think that it's a twin flame connection, and there's nothing wrong with it. Because we are wired that way. In our whole lives, we want to feel that connection. We want to have that feeling of coming home. And that's when you become easily available to karmic connections. And karmic connections take place. And they take place due to many, 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 many reasons, They are part of your soul contract. You're meant to meet them in this lifetime to complete a cycle. And that's the reason why they come with a intense narrative. And that intense narrative comes with a love story. And that's why it's confusing. Hi, Jasmine. I'm glad you found this chat. Hi, Teresa. So happy to see you. Hi, Shay. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Bharti. Thank you. I hope I had a lovely week. I hope you all had a lovely week too. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Enola. Hi, Amber. Thank you all. We have got a good group joining us today. So, yeah, I'll continue with this. And, guys, if you have any questions, just throw them in. And thanks, Teresa, for that question. Karmic connections aren't bad. So, you have to shift that mindset. But karmic connections come with lessons that you have to complete. Whereas twin flame connections is ultimately seeing yourself in another body, and that is the difference. So karmic connections take place because of past lives. You guys may have embarked on a project together, and as a result there may have been certain things that you did not complete, so you meet again in this lifetime to actually complete that cycle. Or you may have been in a romantic relationship, or you may not have gotten together in that lifetime. So as souls, you create this opportunity to get back together. That's why it's very important to pray to God and trust divine completely on this. And the only way is to pray to God, to pray and completely ask for guidance before making major decisions like getting married or starting a family. Always seek utmost guidance from God. God, primary source of information is always God. All of us, we are guides. We are here to guide you through your journey, to give our opinion and advice. But always remember, you have to pray to God. And I cannot emphasize on this. I don't want to sound like I'm preaching, but that is how it works. And with twin flame connections is a purely divine one. And that's the reason why most of us meet our twins after an intense spiritual awakening. And this spiritual awakening comes across in phases. And I've discussed this in my other lives as well. You'll be called upon, you will be activated to your mission, and then you will meet your twin flame, and then you will go through that phase of separation. And that separation phase is the runner-chaser phase. And the runner-chaser phase is not an abusive phase. It's rather understanding yourself. And it's kind of like a checklist to see how much work you have done on yourself and how you actually handle different situations in your life. So having said that, for example, you feel like you're divine masculine. This is in a real twin flame relationship, and to see definitions, look at featured. So in a real twin flame connection, you won't be blocking each other on social media. Communication will always be open. What happens is communication within might stop. For instance, that is because you're both working on yourselves and you're allowing that space to evolve before you meet back again. So when you first meet your twin, that's the reason why you go through the honeymoon phase, coming off home feeling. And then after that, all your life lessons come right before you. And all of this is there to empower you. And that's the reason why when twin flames unite, they're in a phase where they are no longer swayed away by 3D notions of love and romance. And that is the reason why, again and again, guys, I'm telling you that you have to be able to identify the thin line between karmic and twin flames. A karmic connection, again, like what Teresa says, it's not always bad. Karma basically means cause and effect, and a karmic person is there to actually teach you something. And that's the reason why the karmic leaves after the lesson is complete, whereas your twin flame will never leave you. And that's the reason why in my other videos I've once again insisted that it is very, very, very important to build a good connection with your divine masculine's higher self. It's getting a bit warm in Singapore. So that is the reason why it is so important to actually identify your connection at a very early stage, so that with that awareness you will be able to navigate through whatever connection you're in. Another thing is, I have done another video on going label free. Going label free is very important as well, because some get so carried away by the notion of a twin flame connection that they fail to see what is before them. And that's why it's a thin line between insanity and mental health and mental intelligence and divine intelligence. So you have to closely watch. Another thing, all twin flames are not going to be in union in this lifetime. Just see yourself this way. You are split into two. And would you want to force yourself to be with you if you do not want to be with yourself? It's the same thing. Your soul is in another body. And you meet, you feel that familiarity, you feel that connection. But however, you come with individual soul plans and soul parts as well. Some of which include being in union, some of which does not. Some of it is like the movie Adjustment Bureau. You're there to inspire one another. And then eventually, as per the soul plan, not. But then in that movie, they do end up together. So that's a twin flame movie. You guys might want to check it out. So I'm going to look at some questions. All right, Shay. Yes, I got married really young. I didn't even know what love was. I didn't know myself. We are separated now and you're friends. But it was definitely karmic, learned lessons with him for sure. Yes, then I met who I think is my twin flame and became awakened. I learned a lot spiritually. I'm learning myself. Shay, that is an excellent example of a karmic. And many twin flames, not all, meet their karmic, get married to them and have a family, and they complete a cycle. And then after they are separated, in good time, when they are seeking spirituality, seeking God, their twin flame appears. But also be aware, guys, another karmic may enter your life, or a soulmate might enter your life. So don't be quick to throw the twin flame label into anyone you meet as well. You can always ask God and completely surrender and ask the nature of the connection, or you can always get a check from one of our verified readers. But the most important thing is, it is not the label. It is actually the radar to be aware that you're not in a karmic or a toxic connection. I don't even want to use the word karmic, but toxic. So you don't want to end up being in a toxic connection and think that you're in a twin flame one. And toxic connection means that you're mentally abused, your partner is absent, you are not getting the love that you deserve, but that could also be a reflection of you not loving yourself. So that's why the thin line actually is there. Because in a twin flame connection, if you're not loving yourself, your twin flame is going to mirror that back at you. And that's why you have to go back inside and search within. I know that is a very, very intense decision that you have to make. So, I mean, I'm in no position to tell you what to do. And if you're very sure your twin flame is waiting for you, I would suggest first get a check done on all these connections. Secondly, it will be good to talk to a marriage counselor, someone professional, or a lawyer to actually get proper advice. But if you are being abused, it's actually good to call abuse hotline. There are many available in all countries to actually get protection, because the thing about abusive relationships is you can be trapped, and there are a lot of domestic violence victims out there, and it's very difficult to come out of the relationship, because the moment you want to leave your karmic partner, they tend to try ways to not let you leave. So it's quite complicated, and I would suggest that you get proper legal advice, and also report if you need to report your partner, because if you're being beaten or emotionally abused and there is harm, you have to report it, because it is a crime to actually physically hit someone. So I know just review that and find out. Yes, Teresa is right. A twin flame will never physically or emotionally abuse you. let me get that straight, guys. A twin flame will never physically or emotionally abuse you. The emotional abuse is, number one, you either do it to yourself because you're like, why is my twin flame not talking to me? Why is my twin flame? So you are calling this upon yourself. And always remember, in a twin flame relationship, there's always respect and understanding. So if you really need to talk to your divine masculine, you can actually reach out and they will respond, but not from the energy of desperation or just to entertain your ego, but rather on a spiritual level. And that is, you genuinely want some form of contact, and that's why you have to look out for signs. And that's why prayer is very important. Keep communicating with God. We all have our way. We have the direct channel with God. So always talk to God. And always remember, a twin flame connection, it is not abusive. And secondly, about blocking, don't ever block your twin flame. Blocking doesn't happen at all. I know there are popular concepts going on online about, oh, you have to block them to create that. It becomes very 3D, guys. And if you guys are going to be stuck in the 3D loop, you guys are not, the likelihood of being in union is very low. And secondly, that is not the purpose of a twin flame journey. A twin flame journey is about learning about yourself. It's about facing your innermost darkness. It's about, I've done another video about the dark night of the soul. You can check that out as well. It's about understanding you. It is about finding your purpose, be it with your twin or not. It's about you navigating this world by yourself with utmost self-love for you and others, and your strengthened connection with God. Exactly, like Obi says, just have the discipline to focus on the mission and going in. Never block. Like I have never blocked my divine masculine, and then when I watch those videos online, I feel that information is very misleading, and it has become a very popularized so what happens is, for some real genuine twin flames, it becomes a loop, blocking one another, running and chasing, and that phase can go on for years, 20 years, 30 years. Exactly. With a real twin flame, like Linda says, I could never block mine ever. He has blocked me though, I've unblocked now, and I still never block him back. So when your divine masculine blocks you, it is because you are putting out the energies of desperation. And as a twin flame, a real twin flame, they can read through your thoughts. They know which energy frequency, because you're the same soul. So the level of telepathy is intense. So if they are blocking, they want to shut you out because they want that space. And it doesn't come from the intention of trying to abuse you or trigger you or make you go through. It's rather you responding to the action. So for instance, there are few ways you can respond rather than react. Instead of getting angry and getting worried, you can actually self-reflect. Take a moment to allow divine intelligence to guide you through this. Why was I blocked? Was I being desperate? Was I putting out energies of some sort of connection or union? You have to look at these things. That's why when a karmic connection comes by, when these things happen and when you guys get together, it becomes abusive. And some people, they don't change. So a lot of women have this notion that, oh, after they get married, they will change. No, what you see is what you get. But with a twin flame connection is evolution. You both evolve together as one together. Even if you are separate, you are still evolving. There is never a moment of toxicity. There is no toxicity in a twin flame connection. Everything is spiritual and God-centric. And always remember that, guys. So I'm going to read out a few of the comments. Yes, Obi, it is extremely sad. I've never blocked my catalyst or aim, no matter how I felt at the moment. Yes, Teresa, that's the way to go, girl. Amber, I agree. I've never blocked him and he's never blocked me. I never even think about exactly. Get that notion out of your mind, that blocking. MJ has got a comment. I love it when they think it's so cool to say, oh, my TF came back, but I'm the runner now. What kind of twin flame connection is it? Treat your twin like you want to be treated. Exactly. This is not a, what you call, getting back at your twin. That is a 3D connection. That is completely a 3D karmic connection. You get blocked and you block your twin back and you allow this cycle to continue, then it is not a twin flame connection. In a twin flame connection, there is no such thing as blocking. There is only growth, evolution, and spirituality, and a mission-centric approach, So it's always, and that's the reason why you see a lot of twin flames who may not be in union, but they are going on to doing great things on earth, contributing to humanity, helping with the ascension process, elevating the energies. It's just amazing, guys. And that's why you have to focus on yourself. That's the reason why you are on a twin flame journey, because it is about self, understanding God, understanding your own divinity and spirituality. Thank you, Obi. I'm so happy you're here. And thank you, Teresa and MJ. You guys are amazing. Yes, Linda said, agree, MJ. That's crazy. Yes, exactly, guys. That is intensely crazy. Just because, okay, that happens in normal relationships, like the guy. Okay, if you look at 3D relationships, there's a very toxic pattern there, which is they pretend that they do not like their person as a way of getting that person. Twin flame connections don't work that way, guys. There is never games like that. It's all vibration and frequency. So if you're vibing at a very low frequency, you are never going to be in union with yourself, because a twin flame connection is a high dimensional, high vibing connection. Hi Melinda, so good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Hi Bella, yes, so excited to do your reading soon as well. So guys, throw the questions in, because today's topic is extremely serious and intense. It has to be known, and I would once again like to thank MJ for doing so much for the group, for wholeheartedly, selflessly helping everyone. You guys have to thank MJ. She's amazing. She brought us all together, and she's created this divine God-centric group. That's why we always tell you guys, please pray to God. Pray to God. However you pray to God, please pray to God and seek guidance always, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be entrapped in a toxic, abusive relationship thinking that it is a twin flame connection, and that is the worst you can do to your soul. You're welcome, MJ. Yes, and that's the reason why MJ tells you guys if she doesn't feel it's a twin flame connection, and that's the reason why Melinda and I tell you too, and Joanna as well. We tell you the truth because we don't want you to be trapped. Of course, this is your life, and you need to give yourself time to understand and come in terms with these labels. But that is the reason why it's also vital to go label free. Ultimately, ask yourself these few questions. Ask yourself, why are you thinking about being with this person? Are you trying to entertain your ego, satisfy your ego? Are you trying to prove a point to the world? If you're on this level of 3D thinking, then guys, you're not in a twin flame connection, because a twin flame journey is a very, very challenging one. It is about self-realization, awakening to the divine truth. It's about serving. It's about being service to others. Exactly, like what Melinda says, it's not fun being trapped. Trust me, this is not fun at all. Exactly, and that's why would you want to pull yourself into a twin flame label when you're not? It's like when you have, like, many people are blessed with beautiful soulmates, a happy family. Why do you want to break that to go towards a love that you are not even certain is your twin flame? So guys, don't. And always remember, a twin flame never comes into your life when you're with a family. They because it's a divine connection, so the entry is divinely timed. So in no way it would create any kind of wrecking in your family. That's why it's very, very, very important. Also, a spiritual check. Look at yourself. See how much you're vibrating. What is your connection with God? How are you serving humanity? These questions will always lead you back to the question if you are a twin flame or not. And Teresa, exactly, Melinda, exactly. You can still have life with a divine soulmate. Exactly, you can be with a divine soulmate. And I cannot emphasize further how beautiful a soulmate connection is. Sometimes think about it. Why do you want to be with yourself when you can be with someone else? And that's the beauty of a divine soulmate. So guys, embrace all connections. Some connections we are born with, some connections we need on earth. But if you look deeply, most of our connections are divinely orchestrated for the highest well-being of ours. Exactly, like Melinda says, soulmates are perfect partners. This TF stuff is runner chaser, but you cannot take runner chaser literally. It's much deeper than that, and Melinda has mentioned that many times. MJ has mentioned that many times. And like MJ says, and stay trapped in an unhappy cycle when God has a loving soulmate waiting to bring you happiness. Exactly, guys. When you have a loving soulmate out there for you, don't be trapped in a toxic connection. No, Melinda, you're not blunt. No, actually, none of us, we ever want to be blunt or hurt your feelings in any way. We want you to awaken to your own truth so that you can lead your best life. And that's what we want ultimately, for you to lead your best life and be spiritually awakened to the divinity of what the world is. Teresa, I can only speak for me, but when I initially thought of soulmates, it was initially confusing because I read a soulmate can be a platonic, like a family member or a pet. Yes, soulmates can be that too. Exactly. Like MJ said it. Being blunt, we love it and need it, and that's why we love Melinda so much. Melinda is amazing. She's an amazing friend. MJ is an amazing friend, and we all have the best interest at heart, guys. We want the best for you, and that's how life should be. We should want the best for everyone around us, and that is an indicator of at what vibration you're vibrating on. That's why, guys, if you are in a toxic connection, please seek professional guidance. Don't stay trapped. Some are lessons to be completed, but some you do not have to go through that. I know, love. Being a light being, I have nothing to look for next to my karmic partner. I don't have the courage to leave him. You see, that's why there are two ways you can go about it: a marriage counselor or a lawyer, or both. That's what you should do. Seek some advice. There's some free legal clinics available. You may be able to get some free legal advice on what you can do. And counseling is good because then you guys can agree with a third party what exactly you want to do with this relationship. Albeit, absolutely. Honestly, sometimes I wish I had a soulmate, especially on the really hard days. It's always like that, guys. Humans have this notion that the grass is green on the other side, and that's why it's always important to appreciate where you are, and always remember, even if you're in a twin flame connection, you don't have to be with your twin flame as well. Remember that high vibration is freedom, high vibration is divinity, high vibration is spirituality. And no one is trapped to anyone. We are in a free will universe. And we have been given this beautiful gift of life by God to exercise our free will with the highest responsibility and the awareness. So no one is bound to anyone in any way, even if it's a twin flame. Let me be very clear on this, guys. Okay, I'm good with that. The comments. You guys have helped me on this part towards A. I'm so grateful. You're most welcome, Teresa. You know, always, we are always there to share our love and guidance. Teresa, I'm so blessed. You're amazing, and I'm so grateful to be part of your journey. Yes, guys, we are all so blessed to be part of this amazing group to support one another. No, Bella, your twin flame cannot be a soulmate. And if you go to Featured, there are articles written and channeled by our readers, me, MJ, Kayla, and some other readers, and go have a look at that to get a clear understanding between the difference between a twin flame, soulmate, karmic, brand new connections. So basically a twin flame, if you go and read the feature, it is explained beautifully in elaboration, but I can do a quick one. Your soul is split into two. Okay, so the split occurs in a few levels. One is starseed monadic twin flames. They are split at the 13th dimension and below, and born in the same cosmic egg, but have always been born separately. Then there's a split twin flame. So you guys may want to read the definitions. So a soulmate is different. A soulmate is a completely different soul, but close to your soul group and soul family. Yes, like Obi's, let me go back. Yeah, what a fight that was. Blessed. Blessed by God. We are, like Obi says, we can have soul contracts with our twin, but different connection. All right, it really depends on what you have agreed upon. So some twin flames, I think Kayla channeled that. You guys may want to check it out, and I've channeled that too myself. Basically, some twin flames are awakened, and they come to earth as twin flames, and they have already gone through the entire cycles of separation and all that. So when they come to earth, so they kind of have a plan or a contract, but you don't want to use the word contract because that means that you're bound to something. So you have a plan together, and then you come and you fulfill that on earth, and usually the plan would be mission oriented. So that means you guys may have a plan to, all right, meet at this certain time, help with something. It could be like creating a school for the underprivileged. It could be service to humanity, and that's why you see some high level twin flames could be like politicians, or could be, you can see that, you can really see that some celebrities are twin flames as well, and you can see how they help one another in their lives, empower one another. So like Obi says, there can be but usually with a twin, it's not very, I guess it goes back to definition. So yes, thanks Obi for the question. Let's go. Let me see. Yes, you don't know how I've tried denying my feelings for A. Now you know why I was resistant about A. Praise him. I know I don't feel bad. I love him unconditionally. It's really hard journey. Yes, Amber, it is a hard journey some days. And of course, the 3D way of thinking, we do wish, if things were better. But always remember, no one is bound to anyone, and you're always free to make your choices. Yes, graduate souls. You see, that's why I love Obi so much. She's right on with the terms. Thanks, Obi, for that. The volunteer waves. Yes. Graduate souls and the volunteer waves. That's right. Linda, I think my TF is awakened, right, Vaish? I hope you picked it up in my reading, but I think you did. I hope he is. Yes, definitely, Linda, and I'll explain that I'll elaborate that further in your report. Yes, Obi, we are uniting two communities trying to destroy each other by showing how they can rise above it through love. Really. Yes, Obi, you have said it so beautifully. That's what I love so much about you. You are so intelligent, detailed, and it's such an inspiration. Like, you guys are just amazing. MJ, Melinda, Obi, and all of the readers, it's just amazing. I love you too, Obi, soul sister. I'm so happy that you have come into this group and come into our lives, and thank you for being part of this live today as well. Like, I really love the way the questions you're asking and how it's leading us back to the intention of today's video. All right, Miss Shelley. I thought mine was a twin. However, it turned out that the one I love is a romantic soulmate. And a romantic soulmate is amazing. You're so blessed. Lucky you. So you're actually going to enjoy a life of romance. Yes, Linda. Thank you. I know you can't wait. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you do. Yes, I'm so glad you like the 3D report. Yes. I try to channel like your person 100%. Yes, God is beautiful, and that's why, guys, please pray to God. Yes, this is such a needed topic, and I hope, Obi, you will go live too and give your take on these things as well. It'll be amazing to have you live, to watch you live. Let me tell you, Vaishnavi Pandian, A read my mind at work the other day. He kept asking me if I was yes, guys, twin flame telepathy is the strongest. That's why you cannot lie to your divine masculine. Like seriously, your divine masculine, your twin flame can actually see through you. So example, if you're pretending to be someone else, they can just read through your energies, because energies don't lie, guys. Shay, being in a twin flame group, it seems common, but is finding your twin flame an actual rare thing? It is actually extremely rare, coming in with your twin. And like Obi had explained, graduate souls and volunteer souls, there are a lot of them now. So for them, because they're already pre-planned to be here, it's not easier, but it happens according to the plan that they put together as twins. Another, a walk-in, you can read my featured article on walk-in twin flames. So sometimes your twin and you might not have planned to be together on earth at this time, but you can always invite your twin flame with God, with the guidance of God. You can put out a request, and then your twin flame might come in through a walk-in. But you guys have to, you can watch that video. I did a video sometime back on that. Yes, Michelle Lynn, a divine blessing. Yes, that's so beautiful. Good karma. I would love to. I will support in any way I can. Yes, guys, that's why very, 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 very important. That's why praying and connecting with God is like one of the primary and most significant steps in spiritual awakening, you know. And this, it's recently I saw this quote, you know, if you don't know God, then you are going to be lost your whole life, for many lifetimes. So knowing God, realizing God is the most important thing that you can do for yourself. Another thing, all right, guys, I didn't even realize the time. Oh, wow, 45 minutes have passed. I'm going to go on for another 10 minutes. So, guys, come on in with the questions, and then we'll call it a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed this session, and if you have any questions, this is the time to ask. MJ is here as well. You can ask. Obi is here as well. So if you guys have any questions, please ask us. Michelle, it's been hard but beautiful. Thank you. Yes, a twin flame journey is one of the most empowering, challenging, spiritually awakening. It's like in a twin flame connection, you are facing yourself in another body. So if there are some things that you haven't worked on, and that's the reason why I mentioned in my previous videos, MJ has mentioned a lot, you have to work on many childhood wounds, and this all surfaces when you make contact with your twin flame for the first time. Childhood wounds, past life stuff, everything crops up. It's like they all come up, and that's what triggers the dark night of the soul, and then the whole healing process starts. And that's why you have to have a strong connection with God, and I always pray to God for strength and support in this journey. For those who are in a toxic connection, please, guys, please get the professional help. You are doing this as a great favor to yourself, to your soul, to the divinity. How beautiful you guys are. So it looks like there are no more questions, so I'll try to call it a wrap. So let me give it a few more minutes. MJ, is there anyone? All right, let me thank MJ again. Thank you so much. We planned this topic the whole week, and MJ and I had such a good discussion and thought, wow, this is the perfect topic to discuss. All right, Obi has something. Mine walked into a karmic timeline because our connection shifted his vibration towards his mission. So the debt was cleared, and now we are doing the dance. Yes, the energetic twin flame dance. I've never anticipated ever actually finding my twin. I was born as a monad and never expected he would walk into a karmic soulmate that was awakened. What a journey. Yes, Obi, what a journey. But we are so blessed with our gifts and amazing support from our fellow beautiful female sisters. You guys are so, and Obi, you are amazing. You are such a bright spark. Like, your light shines through. And MJ, your light shines through too. And Melinda, you guys, thank you all of you, Teresa, Bharati, all of you for joining in. Shay, like, I can't thank you enough. You know, these lives are amazing because it really, really opens up discussion. Thank you, Teresa. And discussions are very important for spiritual evolution, because sometimes there's a lot of doubt and there's so much information out there. So sometimes it's good to have that clarification. Thank you, Shay. So grateful for you and your advice and knowledge. Always. I'm always happy, and we're all on this journey together, the journey of life. And sisterhood is amazing. We're all sisters to one another, and it's so amazing. You guys are amazing ladies. Thank you so much, Linda, for being part of this life as well. If I missed anyone, I'm so sorry, because I can't navigate through all the comments here. But thank you all, and thank you so much, Linda, for your questions. And thank you, Ember, for raising that and sharing your opinion as well. That happens. Thank you so much, Bharati. Thank you. You're amazing, and thank you always for being here during my lives. Teresa, thank you for asking beautiful questions. And all right, guys, have a great weekend, and I will come back again. MJ and I will come up with another beautiful life next week. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay strong, and always pray to God and seek guidance from God always. Love you all, always. Love all of you. Always immense love to you all. And thank you, Obi, again for the hearts. Take care. Love you, sister. Bye-bye.